Okay, welcome everyone to Removal of Masks. We're playing through The Masks of Nyarlathotep, published campaign by Chaosium. Some really interesting mysteries bogging us down in London at the moment. The crew have gone from being somewhat starved for threads and leads to follow to having a surfeit of interesting stuff going on. And too many things to follow up. So we'll see where they go from here. Remember to like, subscribe, and definitely drop us a comment because we love all the feedback and we love the conversation we're getting in our little community.
No one will ever know. I was eating my dinner.
It's the keeper with broccoli in the living room.
Gonna have to uncover the broccoli memes.
Broccoli memes. Okay.
They're out there. If they're out there, I'll find them.
I'm sure you will. You are the best at finding them.
I know you will.
This has gone from let's talk about gardening to broccoli memes. Okay.
Broccoli can be
You know
gardened.
what? I think I'm zoomed in. That's what's wrong with my camera.
So you say gardening.
No, I was just
because you're wearing lemons on your top. Yeah. Tell us about them.
Slightly. No, it's actually tell us about the lemons.
Tell us about the lemons.
It's actually because I can't remember if I've bragged to you guys before. I've taken up gardening recently. I'm growing vegetables, and it's so exciting. And they're all growing really well. I'm going to reveal how disgustingly messy my room is around me, but I'm just going to turn my laptop around briefly so you can see my.
I'll
you see my
cut
things
the bits
growing?
you don't want to... No.
No.
Oh.
What am I looking at? This...
No. Oh, a bit more.
Looking at a window.
Oh,
a sewing machine.
like this?
That's a sewing machine.
Okay.
The stuff in
I
pots.
can see
There's
it.
green
Yeah, I
stuff.
can see the pots
Stuff
in
in
the floor.
pots.
I can't like turn it around. Yeah, there. In that corner.
No, yes.
Okay. Oh,
That'll look
Oh,
really
that's what
good
you were
when
looking
we
at.
have good resolution. Because right now we've got blurry internet resolution.
What are you growing?
So I thought that was just a case of everyone. It just looks so pathetic. Everyone's like, "Oh, that's what you're bragging about." Okay.
No, it was
No, sorry, it was
So
just
I
really
am-
blurry. We didn't know what we were looking at.
Sorry.
You mean that green thing in the
so-
corner?
Yeah, that weird like blur. Yeah. So I am growing strawberries, basil, thyme, spring onions, chives. Excuse me, that's the broccoli. Courgettes. Did I say tomatoes already? Lettuces, radishes, cucamelons, and lemon chilies. Oh, and green zebra tomatoes are the new ones as well.
Jesus.
Oh, you're
Managed to grow
busy.
all of those.
Hold on. Cucamelons?
Yeah, I'd never heard of
Is
them
this a
either.
weird
So it's
cucumber melon hybrid?
I think it's basically. I think it's tiny melons. I think it's not cucumbers that look like melons. I think it's melon that look like cucumbers. But it's a gardening subscription. It's so good. They're called Pot Gang, and once a month they send you a big box with 3 different kinds of seeds, and then everything you need to grow them with like idiot-proof instructions. Because I'm an idiot. Yeah,
Hashtag not sponsored.
not sponsored.
But please
Yeah,
sponsor
I wish.
Non-spawn.
Yeah, free subscription, Pot Gang, please. I'm such an ambassador.
It'd
for
be an
you.
awful shame if somebody said something bad about your business online, Pot Gang. Don't you think? That kind of thing happens all the time, Pot Gang.
Yeah.
How much is time is involved in keeping on top? Because that's an awful lot of vegetables / fruit.
Well, with all the other things, surely it's only a little bit of time.
Yeah, it's.
I see what you did there. I see what you
you go.
did.
Yeah, and to be fair, it's not
Solid
sprouting
dad
yet,
joke.
so there might be no time at all. It's a lot less time than you would think, and that's the great thing because all my other hobbies are so time consuming, and this is like the maximum you can do is sort of 5 to 10 minutes a day, with occasionally half an hour to do the potting of the stuff, because you get like just 3 seeds, so you're just doing little like maximum 3 plants, 3 of everything at a time, so it's very manageable. Highly recommend. Not
That's
sponsored.
a question. How do you stop your cat from eating them? Because I had a chive plant, and my cat kept trying to eat it, and it's highly toxic to cats, apparently, so I had to throw it out because he kept trying to chew it.
Oh, wow.
Interesting.
Ask the cat nicely, and then you respect the cat's decision.
I just had to throw out the plant because, yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't want to throw out the
That's
cat.
Yeah.
That's the only choice.
The
Throw out
trick
the
is-
plant or throw out the cat, and Bastard will be angry with you for about the cat.
Usually choose the plant, yeah. The trick is probably to have a very overweight, very lazy cat who doesn't really care about anything. Because mine is
Fair
not
enough.
fussed.
That's very handy. Okay.
Yeah, she has, and we are working on her weight. We have just taken her back to the vet. She has gained 10 grams since the last time we took her, despite her being on basically a starvation diet. So at this point, you kind of just have to admire the dedication, right?
And assumably, we're talking about a cat who's too lazy to hunt and feed herself.
Yeah, she is an indoor cat, to be fair. So we just we have imprisoned her, and I do feel bad about it. But also, she is too beautiful and too stupid to be trusted outside. So
My cat is also an indoor cat because he's scared of everything. So
yeah,
he's currently asleep behind me on the bed there somewhere.
living his best life.
Yep.
Cool. Anyone else do any wild gardening?
Not
I do a
really.
lot of
I barely do
wild
lawn
gardening. My garden keeps me very much in check. There's a lot going on. The people who owned this house before me were very avid gardeners. It's very complex. There's loads out there. I just try to keep it from taking over the world. It's like the Day of the Triffids.
That's exactly what you
I really want to see this now. You're gonna have to send us a picture later.
Sure.
picture here.
And the garden next door is
Yeah.
huge. It's the same thing, actually. It was like a show garden that the guy spent his whole life working on. People would travel to see it. And now he's gone. So the couple that are there have inherited it. And they too are just sort of trying to keep it at bay. It's got giant rhubarb and huge monkey puzzle trees. And you can get lost in there. It's crazy.
Rhubarb.
Yeah. Rhubarb grows
do
really
love
tall,
rhubarb.
doesn't it?
No, but not edible rhubarb. Like
Oh.
giant. Like the leaves are this big rhubarb. Like space.
Oh god,
plant.
and rhubarb leaves
Yes.
are really toxic,
Good
aren't
stuff.
they?
Of the edible kind, yeah.
Yeah.
Those big ones, I don't know. I don't know if it's even rhubarb. It just looks like big rhubarb.
So yeah, there's two kinds of big rhubarb, as far as I know, if I remember rightly. All sorts of caveats to that. Don't anybody trust what I say and go and eat anything and get sick. But there's rhubarb that's gone wild and like got really big and almost gone to seed, and then it keeps growing that size and it's not really nice to eat anymore. And there's the other kind of rhubarb, like wild rhubarb that you don't eat, and that's naturally got much bigger leaves, if I remember. I'm going to Google all that afterwards, and if I'm wrong, I'll...
Just to make sure.
Edit in a correction.
No, I haven't properly done gardening since I was in my early teens. Like, we were mad into gardening when I was young. Dad always had a vegetable garden everywhere we lived. And Mum always had a garden. And it's just too much work.
I would love to
Yeah.
have a vegetable garden,
I've got-
but I live in an area where there's all kinds of critters that will eat anything that you
Yeah.
try to grow.
Yeah.
But those are everywhere, though. What do you...
Just like the... So we've got a ton of seagulls and magpies. And
Oh, okay. Seagulls.
probably rodents that scurry along and have long tails floating around because I live in the city. So, I mean...
rats are everywhere, though. We got
Magpies will
rats
try and
in
steal the
garden too.
clothes off your clothesline. So I've no
Oh, our magpies are like that as
question
well.
that they will try and steal the food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But to Bob's point, if you think you don't have rats,
You've got
you
rats.
just have really sneaky rats.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you don't ever see them, but like
There's always rats.
you live in a city, so you're like they're around somewhere.
Oh, particularly city. Jesus.
Yeah.
They're out and about.
No, I
Yeah.
our last place, I opened the window one morning, was looking out, and I was like, oh, such a beautiful day. And I was like, why is there a little puppy wandering around in our garden? No, that puppy has a really long tail at him that's like literally that long. He's a
No
water
way.
rat.
Yeah.
That's way too big. No. How do we get rid of big rat?
Yeah.
Just
You just let it leave.
Move
Yeah.
house.
It's none of your business.
Pretend they don't exist, because once they're hidden again, you won't see them for ages. There's no rats.
Exactly.
They just wander off.
That's how I have to be with spiders. Just
Okay,
Not
anyway,
shielding
speaking of
your
things that are going to
daughter.
eat us.
Yeah.
Towering.
Dakara, do you do any gardening?
No, not really. I mean, we've got fruit trees. We do have a lot of fruit trees. We've got plum, apples, kiwi, pear,
Whole orchard.
cherry as well. But no veggies or anything. We did go through a phase of gardening. But yeah, we
Instead,
had
you've
the
loads of
allotment
stuff.
taken off us, and we just never did it again since then.
No, I've
Yeah.
never. I lived in need an allotment land. See, that's tough. Being in city space.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm gonna grow a garden.
I was on a wait list for one. I was on a wait list for allotment for 7 years, and it finally became available the week that I went into labour with my daughter. And so then 2 weeks later, I finally checked my emails again, and they were like, "Oh, because you've not replied, we've passed on to someone else. You've gone back on the waiting list at the bottom." I was like, "Grand."
That's so frustrating.
Typical. So annoying. Yeah. So see you guys in 7 years, I guess, and I'll update you then.
See, I'm tempted to keep going and tell another story, but there's too many. This was too good of a topic. Whoever came up with it, because it's too many connections. Let's get
Well
cracking.
done, Ellie.
Speaking of things that are going to eat you, whether it's the plants or the birds or the beasts. How about we?
Sorry, I found the
This is
wrong-
the more of the memes. It's the memes.
Oh, she gets me with them every
They're coming
time. Oh,
I'll do a quick lead in and then we get recaps. So,
sorry. Oh,
all good, all good. Okay, next. Who wants to give us a little bit of a recap? No. Let's see. I'd love to hear Valentine's impression of how the last session went down and what's gone on for the last just about 12 hours? 14 hours? That's what we covered in the last session, Bob.
So how
2 full
am I-
episodes.
Am I doing the rundown from the start of when we go to the new hotel, or is it from the Blue Pyramid?
So we'll have let's have Loveday start with the recap from her perspective then, and give us this is going to be great fun for cutting. This will be 15 minutes of cutting just to get the intro right. Loveday is going to give us a recap of how her initial conversation went with her father.
Well, I think it's fair to say I've once again hit a wall in that I'm desperately trying to tell my father not to do business with the creepiest man in the world, and he keeps just thinking money. He's just got pound signs flashing into his eyes every few seconds, which makes it quite hard to have a reasonable conversation. And short of, explaining the whole, we've encountered several death cults and crazy eldritch monsters from the great beyond, so please don't have anything to do with this man because I suspect he's the one bringing some of the eldritch monsters into this plane of existence. I'm just going to kind of have to let it play out. So yeah, I had a very unproductive conversation and then discovered that, I think that's where I found out that my father had a date with...
He was hurrying you along because
he was hurrying me along to go out for a coffee date with a much younger woman, which is not a problem in itself. But the more he told me about this woman, and he was remarkably close, plays his class very close to his chest. But the more he told me, the more I became convinced that she was probably involved with the Blue Pyramid Club and the Spice Shop, and was a very nasty piece of work. But I couldn't do anything about it because, again, talking to a brick wall. So I just had to go home or go back to find the others and explain to them what a terrible, terrible day I was having and how I was clearly having the worst day in the history of ever, and there was nothing that could possibly be happening to them that could be anywhere near as terrible as what was happening to me right now, which is that my dad is probably going to die after being tortured and or recruited for a cult. So, yeah. Shall I hand over? Because I think we crossed paths. Oh, no, wait, because you guys had done the stuff the week before with the 2 gentlemen who broke into the hotel.
That's right. So then, from where you guys started to wonder where Loveday was, and do your little bit of inventory, etc., etc. Do you want to pick up from there, Valentine?
Okay, so we were, after going down to the police station to sort out all the nastiness, we got back to the hotel and decided that it probably wasn't our best interest to finally leave this place after what had happened. So I rang Loveday to let her know that we were leaving, and she sounded very terrible on the phone. I was quite worried that she'd finally succumbed into turning into a lizard or something, because she sounded very distressed. But Florence suggested some small little guest house place in some part of London called Mayfair. I don't know what it is, but it seems very nice. So we went there, and Loveday showed up and told us about her father having a new girlfriend, which at the time I did not realise was a problem, but it was for her. So, we had to take it seriously. And we gathered in Meehall, we snuck out the side entrance of the hotel, and got to this place, which was fabulous. I have to say, Meehall seemed quite concerned about us staying there. I don't know why, but I'm sure you'll tell us at some point.
I'll make something up.
I think it was just a surprise, really. But we still had the scrolls with us, so I contacted the British Museum to find out the correct way to open them, because Loveday, I believe, had fumbled the roll and thought that we should just tear them open, but I didn't believe that was the best course of action. So we'll find out at some point when they get back to us.
No, I think you got a really good library use check, and where you worked it out yourself. It's just about where you're going to get the supplies to. I think, and then you guys decided you were going to send the concierge to work out where you get the supplies that you need. You had said you might go to the London Museum to ask the British Museum to ask in
I have
the library.
written down that I called them. Maybe I didn't. Okay, never mind. Cut that part out.
Maybe you did. We'll know for sure when I get to editing that one.
They just chop out bits of this. And Loveday was looking at the book that was written in Latin and noticed something about planets were mentioned. I wasn't too interested in that part, but something about Saturn being mentioned at the wrong time in his story, which was a bit confusing. Then there was some back and forth on what to do about Loveday's father. She was very insistent that we stalk him, but we were kind of thought maybe we don't do that, and instead decided to go to the Blue Pyramid. And Loveday went in a weird disguise, I have to call it. She looked kind of not quite like herself, but I guess it worked. No one seemed to recognise her. So then a man from Cairo named Tariq offered to buy me a drink, which was very nice. We had some cocktails, and he told me that his father is in the business of importing fabrics, which could be useful to know later on. And sorry, there's a bit about Loveday spotting her dad, but again, I don't know all this, so do you want me to just finish up my bit and then?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. So anyway, Tariq tried... we'll go back to... there was a lady working behind the bar who kept giving me strange looks, and at one point she slid me a little piece of paper, asked me to meet her around midnight, which it could have been a very saucy rendezvous, but I didn't quite think that was the vibe I was getting off of her. Tariq then got quite drunk and nearly caused me some brain damage by spinning me into somebody, but I survived again. And we went to leave the Blue Pyramid. Mihal was missing. The banter told us that he got a taxi cab and went home. Seems unlikely, so now we are concerned that he may have been abducted or something. Or he could be passed out in a gutter, I don't know. Or he could have gone to church. He's an enigmatic man. So, Loveday and... sorry, was Florence with us? Forget.
Yes.
Okay.
She was sitting with Ruby in the coffee room, and
Oh, that's
they,
right.
they had a
Caroline and
nice
Ruth.
conversation.
Caroline
so
and
maybe,
Ruth.
yes, right.
Yes.
Maybe Caroline can give us a recap of their wonderful conversation with Mr. Abdul Nawisha in a minute.
Okay.
Actually, we can go with that next once you finish up. Yeah, because you're going to.
Bit?
Yeah, you might as well, because you're going to go on to Yalisha, aren't you?
Yeah. So do you want to do Caroline first?
Yeah, okay.
No. Okay.
So Ruby and Florence entered the Blue Pyramid and went under the disguises of Caroline and Ruth, and were approached by the owner, was it Abdul?
Yeah, Abdul Noisha.
That's the one. And I think we were hoping for some juicy information from Abdul, but sadly we didn't really get much other than he was explaining that business is booming, and even though there has been a lot of trauma and death surrounding the Egyptian world, business has only gone up, which I found quite interesting. Like, he must know more than what he's letting on. There was a weird thing about maybe Caroline Ruby getting a job there as some kind of dancer or entertainer of some kind.
Hostess.
That was it. But whether anything
Putting
on that,
those
I don't know.
amazing social skills to use.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Really good with
get
those,
everyone.
I'm trying to look now. I think that was pretty much it. I think we wanted way more out of him, and he wasn't willing to sort of spill the tea. So back over to actually maybe Loveday with the
Yeah.
yeah.
So, and just for Mick's, in case Bob is thinking that this was just the ladies going into the Blue Pyramid Club and hanging out and having drinks and socializing and worrying about their families and things like that. It pretty much was.
Yep.
That's exactly what it sounds like.
We thought the NPCs would give us something. What's that?
Volunteer information for you.
They did not.
Yeah, that's our modus operandi, isn't it?
They were less hostile than usual, though.
Yeah.
Well, we all know why, Valentine. Come on, that's like that was a little bit, you know, that was a bit passive aggressive. Like, what was different about that week? Why the NPCs would be friendlier? I mean, say it without saying
the
it. Right?
NPCs.
No, they'll be much more pleasant because Mick was feeling different. He'd been in such a good mood that morning over breakfast.
So, Guy, it's great to see that you get on well with yourself, Guy. But
oh, trust me. Wait till you get.
Maybe you should play all the characters and then all.
I've got a recap from Mick's perspective for you. Don't worry.
Okay,
it'll explain everything.
I look forward.
You have to do the accent though.
So then, Loveday. How about while all this is going on and your companions are getting swept off their feet literally by Egyptian men and wine and tried to be convinced to come work for another Egyptian man, and what was Loveday doing in her absolutely fabulous disguise?
Loveday was having a continuation of the very worst day that's ever happened to anybody, because she discovered her father on his date with his much younger girlfriend, who, as it turns out, is indeed Zahra Shafik from the Spy Shop, who is up to all kinds of no good. So I very, very subtly spied on them a while. I sat myself down in the corner and I was just trying to eavesdrop on the conversation. And then, unfortunately, I was seen because my disguise was perhaps not as good as we had thought it was in the hotel. And she came up and accosted me and basically said that she would kill my father and probably all of us as well if I didn't meet her tomorrow at, I think, 2 p.m. I'm afraid I didn't make notes last week, so I'm hoping that someone else wrote it down.
British Museum, 2 p.m.
British Museum, 2 p.m. Yes, she will be meeting us there tomorrow, and we must turn up on sort of pain of a horrible, no good death, I would imagine. So I excused myself from the room after that. I did get the last word in and get to leave, so she didn't leave, for the record. So then I left and found the others and told them what was what. And then we headed out to meet Valentine's new contact.
Mm-hmm.
But we did check where Mick was before we left, and they said that you had got into a taxi, and we didn't believe them for a second, but we couldn't get anything out of anybody. And the time was ticking to meet Valentine's contact, so we decided
sacrificed
to
you.
hope. We did. I'm sorry.
Right. So this all sounds super positive and wonderful, and everyone did all sorts of really useful and creative stuff. Actually, it was pretty much a bust of a day. I went off to have a little bit of a prayer. In other words, get out of the way of the ladies and have my head a little bit less wrecked after all the crack the day before. I just was like, okay, I just need to have some time to myself. I took that time, a bit of prayer and meditation, came back with a plan. Because, we never really have a plan of action. So I came and I explained we needed to move hotel, we needed to get in, sorted to go to the Blue Pyramid Club, we need to make a decision where we were going next, etc. And, of course, they're straight in at me going, well, we've already picked out the hotel and we're moving already, why don't you go pack? So that was pretty rough. Well, fair enough. It's nice to see us moving in the right direction anyway. And then they didn't want to go to the Blue Pyramid Club. And I had to explain to them again that they said last night we weren't going to the Blue Pyramid Club. So tonight we have to go to the Blue Pyramid Club, but no. Whole
More
bunch
cursing,
of
more
mess
cursing.
around.
A bit more cursing. You're doing really good, but more cursing.
A bit more cursing, right? Feck it right. Sure enough, look, Loveday gets herself all up bizarre in a disguise. I mentioned that the last time Florence did a disguise, it didn't go so well for me, and then they proceed to say some pretty cruel things, I think, and a bit offensive things about that it was me stabbing myself in my face or something like that. Anyway, so I wasn't in the best of form. I went down, sat down, had a couple of pints before we went over because they were still getting ready upstairs, and they didn't want me around while she was getting disguised. I suppose that makes sense. But so we get to the Blue Pyramid Club, and in we go, and I'm like, okay, well, here's what we're going to do, ladies, and they're all gone. And okay, it sounds like they all did great things, but I saw Valentine going off and dancing with some Egyptian guy. I saw Florence and Ruby went straight into the coffee room, sat down, didn't even play blind bit of notice where I was. And Loveday was totally fixated on the fact that her father was there. And then, sure, I saw Yowan from the spice shop, and I'm hardly going to go wandering in and getting involved there again, lest we get into more shenanigans with the spice shop. So I made myself scarce. A couple of more drinks later, I tried to get some information out of the lady at the desk, so if I could get a little bit of a look at her book and look through, who's there and who's not, and who's members and who's signed in tonight, but no good there. So I figured, look, maybe the best course of action might be to get a taxi and head back to the hotel, because I'd had a few, I was a bit tired, and there wasn't a single one of them looking around and trying to work out where I was. So, not really feeling sorry for myself or anything, just try and get an early night so I've a bit of energy in the morning and I can go back down and we can not have so many comments about me over breakfast again. But less swearing. Sorry. I'll try more swearing.
Yeah, okay. We're fine. That was good.
That's all to say, Mick made appearance for about 4 minutes in total, as I gamely tried to do.
When they were all saying, like, they had no idea where he went, I was like, Guy clearly retired him for the session. Like,
it's weird. Off to one side. And nobody's looking for me, and they don't care where I am.
From what I remember, we arrived at the Blue Pyramid and Mick shot off towards the bar before we went anywhere.
Yeah,
so
true.
sounds legit. Sounds legit.
She was a few pints in.
I debate
after a
this.
tough
That
day
was
of
abandoned.
prayer
Yeah,
and
I'm with you
meditation.
there. I'm with
You guys
Valentine.
are all straight to the cocktails, do you know?
No, I wasn't
You
straight
beat
to a
us to
cocktail
it.
until
Valentine only had a few cocktails.
I only had like 2, and your man kept trying to buy me more, but I was like, no. Which I think probably fared well at some point.
The Drunken Pharaoh is pretty strong, though.
It does look it. Kind of want to try one, though.
And then, so, from who wants to pick up with our escapade with the waitress / dancer from the Blue Pyramid?
Okay, so after we were told that Michael went off in a taxi, we walked down the street to the arches that the lady had asked to meet me at, and we weren't sure if we should hide in the shadows or be seen or what was the best thing, because we didn't know would it be an ambush or what. But anyway, this girl arrived. Her name was Yalisha, I believe, and was dressed as a dancer, and told us that we have to be careful because the Brotherhood have people in the club, and that her boyfriend had been a victim of the Brotherhood, and that once a month a truck arrives at the club and 24 or so members climb in wearing hoods, so she doesn't know who they are, and they leave London, and it's around the time of the dark of the moon. So she said that the Blue Pyramid has a load of members who were in the Brotherhood but couldn't give any names. But she did say that Zahra Shafik has a controlling interest in the Blue Pyramid, and that Abdul won't cross her because she is too dangerous. So, that was all we learned. And then Elisha ran off because I think she saw the girls staring around the corner and got scared.
Yep.
And so she scarpered. At which point, the ladies regrouped, and I believe we left it as you were debating whether to go back to the hotel and check on Mick or see if you could find Mick. And I think you settled on, let's go back to the hotel just in case he did go back. And then if he didn't, we can see about finding him.
That was it.
Let's see. Well, it might be worth jumping in as the taxi leaves you ladies outside. Well, we could start with you guys being left outside the hotel, or we could start the next morning, as is our wont, and say you did rouse Mick out of a slumber and annoy him in the middle of the night, and it's up to you guys whether you want to play through waking Mick up or not.
Should we wake him up or should we annoy him when he's hungover tomorrow?
Ooh, that one.
Yeah.
I'm going to assume he's
We can just
hungover.
crack the door as we go in tonight and just check he is in there.
Hey,
and then
you asked
leave
at
him to
reception,
it.
and reception said he was home. There you go.
Fabulous.
He
Perfect.
came back.
Yeah.
He's up in the suite.
Perfect.
So you guys went up, took your selves off to your own rooms in the suite, and went to bed. And in the morning, we'll say you're all down for breakfast. Florence is a little under the weather and is staying upstairs. She says, "Go ahead, make plans. I'll see what I'm up for, depending on what we're doing today. I might come along or I might not." The keeper is not going to be able to do as good a Florence impression.
Oh.
Okay, so breakfast time. Our favourite planning time of the day.
Always productive over breakfast.
So who do we think comes down
So-
first? Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
I think Loveday 100%. I'm ready. I've got to get to this meeting at 2:00.
I'd imagine you'll want to vent as well, right?
Oh,
Yes. 100%.
Valentine is also up early because she's very intrigued by what is going on at the club now and wants to hear more about the story and find out more details.
I'll be fashionably late, I think.
Ruby swans down a little later.
Yeah.
And did Mick come down early, or does he drag himself
Mick
down a bit later?
Came
Or?
down and demanded a pint of pineapple juice and went back to bed.
So Mick is staggering back into the room with a pint of pineapple juice as Ruby is sashaying down a little late and
Joining the girls.
You realise Mick's going the wrong direction, Ruby. Do you try and redirect him back down to breakfast?
Mick, it's this way. They've already got a table.
Sweet. Fucking Jesus.
Are you good? Come on.
I'm great.
Come and join us. Come and join us.
I'll join you. I will. Jesus Christ. Good morning.
Good morning. Well,
Jesus Christ, don't do
terrible
that.
morning, actually.
Is your head
Now-
all right?
My what?
Your head.
What? My head. It's got a H in it, Valentine. It's a head. Sorry.
This is what you see.
Sorry.
And I just what to do about this. I'm going to beckon the waiter over. Just a glass of raw eggs, please. Works every time, don't
Very
you worry.
good, miss.
Now listen, we we need to put a rule in place that you don't leave anywhere without telling at least one other person where you're going. Just ridiculous to just leave. We thought you'd been kidnapped and taken in by a cult or something.
We were worried sick.
Sorry, you're talking to me.
Yes, and none of us left.
So there's some confusion. My mammy died like 15 years ago.
What?
So I don't know if you got hit in the head. I don't know if you got hit in the head and somebody told you that it was your job to look out for me. But I've been looking out for me for... Oh, I'm only here 2 minutes and fighting somebody.
Yeah, listen, I'm not just looking out for you, I'm looking out for us as well. We could have been running around London in the depths of the night looking for you everywhere because we thought you'd been kidnapped. And that would have put us
you
in
didn't,
terrible
did
danger.
you?
So
It could have been, but you didn't.
Just get these eggs down.
we had bigger
You'll
fish
be
to
right.
fry. Yeah, just drink these, you'll be fine.
Drink that. What was that? What was that? What was in the glass?
Don't ask questions. It's fine. So the British Museum today, everybody. Yes, we're all on board. I think maybe we should just go now, actually, and then we can just set up and sort of just see when she comes in. Is anybody?
Oh, Jesus Christ. The one day that you actually are up for getting shit done instead of sitting around talking for fucking hours. The one day. It has to be today.
Well, we're all
Right.
going to get horribly
Nobody-
murdered if we're not there.
And nobody forced you to drink that much, Mihul.
Actually, do you know what? Do you know what? The imperial powers of England who inflicted trauma upon my generations of my people caused the alcohol problems that the Irish have. So, in a way...
Mick,
In a
can
way.
we focus on some real problems, please? Okay, we're all going to die. My father's going
You
to die.
imperialists,
We all have to be
fine.
at the British Museum at 2 o'clock.
Apologies to the Irish people.
I am the Irish people. All right, I'm making it
Views
worse.
of the
Let's focus on
character.
some real problems.
Right. It's 1920. It's too early in the century to be deconstructing colonialism. Let's go.
Yes, so British Museum, everybody? Is it worth going now?
I think it might be a wee bit early to go to the museum.
How long will it take to
5
get
hours
there?
early.
It may be very suspicious if we are loitering around for 5 hours.
Well, we don't want to be late.
I don't know on what planet we would be late, unless this place is, I don't know, the other side of England.
Well, she said she would kill my father if we weren't there, so we have to be there at 2 o'clock. And she didn't even tell me where in the British Museum. She just said the British Museum, and it's such a big building. So what if we get there? And
She said the Egyptian exhibit.
Thank you. The Egyptian exhibit is very large, and so I just want to make sure that we're there in the doorway so she can clearly see us that we are there. Yes, and we should also go armed.
Okay. Do we want to broadcast that we are all there, or maybe some of us hide?
Well, yes, exactly. So if we go now, you could hide now, and then you'd be well in position.
Again,
Ruby, you'd know it's about a 25-minute walk or a 10-minute drive without traffic to the British Museum.
It's only about a 25-minute walk, Loveday. Okay, so I understand the urgency. I know it's your dad. You care about your dad, as do I. I think turning up a little bit too early is going to affect us.
Mick, this whole business of it's your dad business. The only thing you know about yesterday about it's your dad was her dad was in the Blue Pyramid Club. You were not privy to most of the other conversation about her dad or any of the other stuff.
Yeah, but I really don't feel like slowing things down or making them say anything twice. I'm just going to try to plug along here and
Get
not
stuff
shoot the
done,
wrong
let's get it
person.
done. Yeah.
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 Oh, okay.
we don't even know why she wants to meet you there. I believe it's probably for a nefarious reason, so maybe we should come up with some sort of plan. rather
I
than
haven't
just
even met the
charging.
woman. I could go with you because she hasn't seen my face, but maybe the others that she has seen could be hiding. Just to
We
be
need to
safe.
pick up some cabbages from Yohol as well.
He does need the
Ammunition.
cabbages.
I like to leave gifts wherever I
do.
go.
Yeah.
Well,
You guys all
we
thought
need to
that
come up
cabbage
with
was going to come
something-
back to haunt me, and it didn't.
Yet.
It'll
5
make a
years
comeback for
later.
the end of this.
The Cthulhu cabbage monster appears.
You saw that in
there
the
has
chat.
to be
yeah?
one.
So, are you all going to go to the British Museum then, or are you going to split the group and try and get two things done, or what's the plan? Or is it some of you will hide and observe in the British Museum and the others will
Yeah, I feel like that's a safe option, but it's up to you guys.
Yeah. Numbers would probably be helpful.
Yeah, it's nice to have a bit of backup, because this is a scary lady, apparently, according to Alicia.
Could those who are planning to hide give me a idea rolls, please? Or if your stealth is particularly good, feel free to roll stealth.
Is that intelligence, yeah?
Yeah, please.
Oh, Miho.
The Hangover, Mick.
That was not bad,
And
bro. The
success.
Hangover, yeah. No ideas here.
Valentine,
example
on the other
kicked in.
hand, Valentine, Mick looks totally comfortable with this, but you've been to museums, not necessarily the British Museum, but you've been to museums, and the idea of sneaking around and furtively hiding behind an exhibit while people are trying to have a conversation, it makes it. You're not 100% sure you can make that work.
Why?
Yeah, so
That is worrying. Okay.
Well, no, like literally, if you've ever been to a museum with someone, like as you go around one way, they can see you coming around the other way because you can see each other over the exhibits, all the central parts.
But they're a
Everything's around the
couple,
walls,
right? According
all
to
the-
the
all the-
blueprint.
And, is this British Museum, does it have, is it built like other museums, or does it have like very large areas that you can hide behind?
Well, I confess I've never paid much attention. I think there's just the usual sort of exhibit boxes with glass tops and the legs and such.
So it would be very obvious if somebody was hiding
Crouch down and hide behind one of the glass boxes.
in a corner.
Well, we could try a disguise. It worked so well yesterday.
It does not seem like it did, if I'm being terribly honest.
No,
She did recognise
it
you.
did not. I feel that we oughtn't to go just two of us. She's a dangerous woman. And I think they've been watching us for a while, so they know we're all connected.
Valentine, do you
wondering
think she would recognise you, the spice lady?
Oh, absolutely. We met her in the spice shop, myself and Florence, and then I met her again at the Blue Pyramid with Mihal.
And
She recognised me.
you were a couple at the Blue Pyramid, right? You and Mihal?
Posing
were-
as... Were we? Yeah, we were like a couple who wanted to go to Egypt on holidays.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
that's
thought
right.
Mihal's had to clarify that. Posing
The
as a
bent
couple,
pyramid,
posing as a
the one
couple.
where the awful gods are. We were thinking about going there, coincidentally. Yeah, subtle.
So you could potentially play those roles again if they've
could,
not
but-
linked you guys with me and Loveday. She hasn't even seen me, so you could just be there visiting.
That is true. I do need to ask about the scrolls.
There we go.
So we could be in the museum, but probably can't lurk around the corner and,
And eavesdrop. I think so long as you're within screaming distance, that should be fine, right?
Yeah. Better close by than not at all.
Oh, and we should. Speaking of talking to them about the scrolls, did we ask the concierge to find us some of those gloves and supplies and things? Should we see if they've managed to track any down for us?
That'd be great. Let's do that.
Aye.
Give us something to do until 2:00 or 1:30 when we have to leave.
That's a good
Yep.
idea.
So the concierge has absolutely tracked down the various bits and pieces that you needed. He found a antiquarian bookshop and got a street runner to go down and pick up the list you'd given him. And so there's little cloth gloves and the right kind of blunt wooden tweezers and things like that you need to work away and do what you need to do.
Wonderful.
Perfect. So, shall we skedaddle back up to the room then and have a little look at these, you know what?
Yep. Let's do it.
can't remember what it says. Oh. Is that me?
No, that was probably me.
Oh, that was you.
Better now?
Yeah, much better.
I had the pickup turned down because it's been picking up all my background noise and fans and everything. And that. Okay, so you go back up to the room and Loveday, Valentine, as we said in the last session, I'm not going to get you to make a roll. I'm going to say you know what you need to do. It's just a matter of taking your time and taking care. Mm-hmm. You get all the scrolls opened up, have a look at them, and sure enough, yes, the languages on the little slips of paper reflect the language that's inside the scroll.
So there was one in English, Arabic, right?
One in English, one in Latin,
and one in Arabic.
No, that's my bad. Give me 1 second. I had that here a second ago.
Oh, should we do luck rolls as well?
Oh yeah, that'd be a good idea.
Nice. Sorry.
Valentine, just while your fan is high, do you mind? It might be worth going push to talk. Sorry.
Yeah.
Thank
Sorry, I didn't realise.
Oh, how did I get a success on my luck? It's so low.
Do we regain any hit points because it's the next day? One.
And remember, hit reset on your temporary insanity, although I didn't think anyone took any.
Yeah.
Oh, might have been a bit of sun loss yesterday, 1 or 2 points. So yeah, hit the refresh on your temporary indefinite insanity tracker. Greek. It was Egyptian hieroglyphs, Greek, Arabic, and Arabic.
Oh.
Oh, I thought I had a Latin roll coming on. I was so ready.
Same, to be fair. So did we get any information from these scrolls?
No, you can't read any of them.
One's in English, isn't it?
No, one of the little slips had an English subtitle in the translation of what it was the Whispers of Shaitan. Is written. The slip is written both in English and Arabic, but the scroll itself is just in Arabic.
So what languages did you say? It was Egyptian hieroglyphics and Arabic.
Greek, Egyptian hieroglyphs, and 3 Arabic. 2 slightly different dialects of Arabic, but still, just there's 3 of the scrolls are Arabic, and any kind of Arabic would allow you to read all 3. But none of you speak Arabic, unfortunately. If only you knew someone who spoke Arabic.
But do we know someone?
You're going to meet someone at 2 o'clock.
Yeah, she seems friendly enough.
Could just ask people who work in the museum that aren't there.
Yeah, we could do that.
I would rather do that.
Yeah.
I think maybe let's not take
bring
all
the
of
little.
scrolls.
You could bring the little paper slips.
Yeah,
Where
rather than
inserted
the scroll itself.
Could you translate just the names?
Mm-hmm.
We need to
Let's
make
do
sure
that.
that the scrolls remain safe as well, because we know that people are after the items. So where should we stash them so that they're not going to
Could we
be
ask
found?
at the front desk if they have a safe we can put them in?
Can we
That's a good
trust
idea.
the staff?
They don't know what they would be doing with Egyptian hieroglyphic scrolls.
They do know Loveday, that's the
And-
only connection, isn't it?
Yeah. Could I have a look around the room and see if there are any, like, loose vents or, like, the underside of a chair that we could hide things in, where someone
There are
wouldn't
vents.
necessarily look?
The vents could easily be loosened.
Can we do that instead?
Are they very obvious? Where else could you successfully hide? Oh,
No, I'm sure.
if
that-
we've
Don't we have a
unlocked-
whole ton of stuff we're trying to hiding? Or are the scrolls the thing that we know that we're looking for?
We have a ton of stuff.
got
We
a
have a lot of stuff.
statuette, got a
Somebody
stack of
coming in
books.
behind me.
So, this is my next question, did armchairs in the 1920s have zips or cushion covers that you could remove? Because I'm thinking if we unroll the scrolls, right? I put a lot of thought into this for the book I'm writing currently. Unroll the scrolls so they're flat. And if we have nice sofas or armchairs, if this is a modern sofa, you just unzip the cushion, slide the scroll inside the cover, then zip it back up again. And if it's on the underside, you wouldn't
After
notice that.
all Loveday's, now I'm doing that all the time now. After Valentine's extreme care in opening up and unrolling these scrolls and treating them with the
Whack 'em in the
respect they are
sofa
due, shoving them inside a sofa cushion might.
Fair enough. I will take that one. Loose floorboards, ceiling tiles, anything? Could we have a little
There are
poke around, see if we
floorboards,
can
and
find
they
any good
could also easily be loosened. I'm not
Just a random floorboard?
I'm not holding
Yeah.
you back in any way from vandalizing the room to hide your stuff.
We could move the wardrobe, like the drawers, to one side, and then lift the floorboard up from under there, and then push the wardrobe back.
No, that's a good
Let's do
idea.
that. Yeah. Give it a go.
Okay. So between you do a
Yeah,
bit of
Shuffle it
amateur
around.
carpentry. Pry a couple of floorboards up from under where the chest of drawers is. Stash away everything you got from the Penny Foundation.
Apart from the slips, we'll keep the slips.
Yeah.
Yes, the ones you're taking into the library. Okay. Okay, super. That takes 15, 20 minutes. Make it really unnoticeable. Rub out any marks of the chest of drawer moving, anything like that. Let's say you spend a half an hour at that. You had a nice half an hour of breakfast and chat with Mick. So
Above the table is
looking about-
Florence. Is Florence in the room?
She is still in her room, trying to sleep with all the noise and moving furniture.
And which room have
everything
we
else.
stashed these in? The suite.
One would think the living area of the suite, right?
Okay, so at least she's there. If anyone comes, we have someone there. Right, okay. Sorry.
We probably want to make sure that she's armed, given what happened last time.
Does being armed
I
help?
was armed last time, you
She
know.
doesn't shoot anybody.
That's a good point. This time, Florence, shoot people if they try to kill you. Right? Don't wait for me to do it.
Thank you, Valentine. That really helps.
I'm glad.
Close the door again now, please. Thank you.
Sometimes people just need to be told to shoot people.
Yes, thank you.
almost-
Feel better soon. Feel better soon. I don't know.
Thank you. You didn't think she drank all that much. Maybe she actually is ill.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of which, can I check on my bite before we go?
I was just wondering about that. You check on your bite. It is lovely. It is really well healed. I think if you've no damage left from when that happened, so the scars have formed beautifully, shall we say? And you've got a lovely ring of scars around you. And yes, it is still tinged and lined with green. It does not seem to be expanding or growing or changing. Just seems like there is tainted flesh.
Okay. Well, good news, everybody. The bite isn't getting worse, so I'm possibly not turning into a lizard person, which seems like a positive step forward for all of us.
Oh,
Shall we go to the museum?
definitely. Let's go.
Let's do it.
So, 10:30, 11 o'clock in the day, you head down to the British Museum. Do you spend some time having a little shufty around the exhibits, doing any reading, anything you want to do while you're there? Or look in the reference library, anything like that? Or do you want to just suss the place out and find good places to stand and be a couple while there's a meeting going on?
Yeah, Mission Impossible mode.
We could ask if anyone understands Arabic or hieroglyphics.
Yeah, we can ask around. feel like-
Do you worry that, like in the British Museum, if you show them an ancient scroll, they're going to be like, "Where the fuck did you get this from?"
Well,
No,
it's
we
just a
didn't bring the
slip,
scroll.
isn't it?
Only
Rock
showing them little
slips.
name slips.
Oh, okay, my bad, my bad.
So we'll just say
So,
I've inherited it or something, and I'm just going to ask.
Sounds good.
Okay.
I think Ruby will be looking for exits as she's walking around, just making sure that she's got a plan in place if things get a bit nasty.
So, Valentine, you find through asking nicely here and there, you get directed to an expert in ancient writings and documents. That person says, "Is it an ancient text you want me to look at, or is it just the names?" Or it wasn't super clear when they called me up from the basement.
So I have these cards that accompanied some scrolls that I inherited as part of the
Oh.
family estate, and I just was looking for a translation on these.
Do we know what languages they're in? I'm not sure if I can translate all of them myself.
I have some in Arabic, one in Greek, and some Egyptian hieroglyphics.
Well, the Arabic and the Egyptian hieroglyphs are no problem for me. And my Greek is a little rusty. I don't really work with many of the Greek antiquities or texts, but I can give it a try. Good classical education, you know? So we'll give him his Egyptian hieroglyphs roll first. Yes. This is this is something to do with Tutankhamun. This is clearly a fake. Whatever this is someone's made up the name of some scrolls. Definitely nothing you need to worry about. You can probably throw that one away. Now let's see the Arabic ones. Okay, so the first one here. It says compel Naznas. And he pauses, and he does not do great on his fast talk. And so you see him hesitate when he's read it out. He's like, compel Naznas, and then stops. And his eyes just rise toward you with absolute incredulity in them. And then, yes, so compel Naznas. I've never heard of, I'm sure it could be some kind of curio, but that definitely is in the Arabic. Yes, yes. You have some more there. Let me see the next one.
You said compel Nasnas to do what exactly?
Well, it's just a name.
That's all it says.
Yes, each of these slips just has a name of. I mean, you're not giving me an awful lot to work with here.
Can I do a psychology check?
Yes, you can, of course. Straight away, you can start from the assumption that you've realized that he recognized the name of that scroll. Your psychology check, unless you want to spend some luck. Are you happy with that? Coming soon on a t-shirt.
Should come
happy
in
with
a
that roll?
t-shirt. I just don't know if it's worth spending it. Particularly if we have some kind of gunfight later. Thoughts, gang?
I mean, we can always just take these scrolls to somebody smarter.
Could do that too.
Yeah, we could get a second opinion.
He's
All right,
clearly a bullshitter. Like.
Well, let's go slide for a minute, so. Okay.
Okay. You pass him on the next slip.
Oui.
Oh, I feel like we messed up there. I don't know.
The next one, he says, this one says Whispers of Shaitan. No idea, don't know what that is. Looks totally like, couldn't care less. And then the third one, he says, and this one, I'm not even sure if it's in Arabic. Death of something. I don't know. No idea. But this is dreadful. You've got one that's a total fake. One that, like, of course, the name is written perfectly well in Arabic, and the other, I mean, yeah, none of these mean anything to me. It's like, what? I'm not sure what you want me to do or say. I don't know how I can help you. But I mean, a couple of these, like this is. I don't even think this is actually Arabic. This.
Do you know what it could be?
No, as I said, not a very foggiest idea. Loveday, you get the sense that he's actually just totally fluffing and can't actually make out what these say. You're not getting the sense. Like after the first one where he not only understood the name of it, but also clearly recognized the scroll, the name of the scroll, and knows what it is. The fact that he can't even decipher the names of the other two, you think there's something a bit sus. Either he's hiding it, but he'd want to be a much better actor than he seems to be. It's more likely that he's just absolutely having a terrible day at work and isn't able to interpret them. Reed, he rolled a 98 and a 95.
Oh. Okay, fair
so
enough.
He's looking absolutely baffled by these. Show me the Greek one. I mean, honestly, I think you've probably inherited a bunch of nonsense. Well, treat with Sky Devil of Typhon. Well, Typhon is a Greek god, and treat with Sky Devil. That seemed to be some kind of summoning of some servant of the god Typhon. Or
Sorry, what was that again? What did he say?
Treat with Sky Devil of Typhon.
Do you know a little more about Typhon you could tell us?
No. Hello. I didn't realise we had an audience.
Oh, sorry, I forgot because you said Loveday last time instead of Valentine. I forgot we weren't here. Sorry. Ignore that.
So I was also confused. I thought it was Loveday who knew what was going on, but no, okay.
No, it was you definitely brought him the scrolls, no?
Yeah, but you were saying
because you were rolling the psychology checks and everything.
Yeah. No, it's just you said Loveday knows that he's faking it, and I was like, Loveday's here, cool.
Ah, sorry. I have to stop calling Valentine Loveday.
They're just such similar characters.
Yeah, totally, and names so similar, and yeah, and it's only my second week GMing. Okay, so treat with Sky Devil of Typhon. I'd be curious to have a look and see what's in that scroll. Definitely. So bring them all in, and I'll have a look through them for you and tell you if there's anything valuable. But honestly, I think you've probably got a pile of a combination of fakes mixed in with a couple of genuine old scrolls that really probably don't have much on them.
Oh, well, thank you for looking anyway. You said that you were struggling with the third Arabic translation. Do you know anyone who else who might be able to help with that?
Give me a charm check, Valentine, please. His lips go very tight.
Well,
his little white line around and tightens his lips, and they go very thin.
Can I fast talk instead of charming?
I'll give you a fast talk if you explain to me how you're asking for a second opinion without just trying to be nice about it.
Oh God!
You're trying to convince him that maybe one of his colleagues knows more than him, or
No, I think Valty would go on kind of a ramble about all the different dialects and
Yeah, okay, go for it.
things that she's...
Cool.
So, yes, there are
As someone who's
different
obviously
dialects
a
and-
polyglot, yeah.
Yeah.
That comes okay from you. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
Shoot fast talk.
So am I rolling?
Yeah, go for fast talk, no problem.
Hey.
I suppose. Give me a moment.
Scar.
Roger, come over here, would you? Tall, willowy man, very small, little round spectacles on the end of his nose. Comes over. Yeah, what can I do for you? Well, this lady here has... he takes the 2 Arabic scrolls he had trouble with. The two slips with the names he had trouble with, and hands them over. But you notice that he keeps his hand on top of the other 3.
I'm just going to reach over and go to pick them up. Just be like, I will take these back.
Spreads his hand out a little bit more so it's still under his hand. The lady was wondering if you could help us just translate these. She doesn't seem to have great confidence in my Arabic. And his colleague laughs. Oh, but your Arabic is fabulous. I mean, we've worked on so many texts together, so many projects. And he has a look and he's like, well, this first one, it says Whispers of Shaitan. Yes. Isn't that the one? Oh no, I gave you the wrong one. And he takes that back and kind of shuffles it in under. That one has the English translation on it. I mean, here, this one. And he passes him over the one in the Egyptian hieroglyphs, which is the first one he had trouble with. And his Roger gives him a very odd look and looks at him and says, yes, well, this is called Messenger of Apep. That is a documented spell from ancient Egyptian times. There's a few texts that mention that. Terence, I would have thought. Sorry, wrong person. There's a few texts that mention that, Terence. I would have thought you'd know that. Oh no, I didn't. No, I thought it was a load of bunkum. Let me see. And the two of them put their heads together and they start chatting about different eras and the different iconography that was used and why one hieroglyph means something different and what. No, that's definitely Apep. That's definitely Apep. Is it really? Okay. Well, I suppose there you go, young lady. This one, that scroll might also have some value. I mean, and Roger turns around to you. I would be very interested in getting a look at these if you could bring them in.
Wait, am I? I'm not. What about the final card that was about compelling Naznaz, you said? It's you have your hand on it.
Well, how about this one? And he hands him the last one, the Arabic one he couldn't decipher either.
No, it's not that one, it's the other one.
Yeah, so this one, it's Asher Simon's death or something like that. I'm not sure. Again, without looking at the scrolls, I really don't know if I could help you with these. It's Asher Simon's death or something like that. I don't know if it doesn't make any sense to me. It's nothing I can decipher really without more context.
Of course.
That's all, Roger. Thank you very much. Thank you. Now, Miss, if you wouldn't mind, I'd love to get back to our actual job, if that's all right with you. If you bring those items in and wanted us to have a look and possibly even potentially donate them, we dispose of whatever's worthless for you, and then whatever is worth something. You could either sign it over as a donation, and he starts going into a long-winded patter about how you make a museum donation. And
yes, thank you so much. I've many things to think about regarding my scrolls. But thank you for your help.
You're very welcome, and come back anytime.
Yeah, of course, thank you.
But definitely, I would very much appreciate a look at those Roger. Roger as well. He very much would like to see them. So, do you think we could make an appointment for you to bring them back in?
Oh, let me check my diary, and I will call in a few days.
Of course. Very well. Where are you staying in the meantime?
We're
Just so we can contact you if anything comes to mind or memory.
We're moving around between various friends and family at the moment. But I'll be sure to call in a few days.
Very well.
I was going to take the cards off him.
Have you tried the Pennyhue Foundation? They're absolutely great down there. The Egyptian artifacts and scrolls. They will be probably the preeminent scholars.
I wasn't aware. I will have to call in sometime.
Yes. I'll give you the address if you like.
Oh, lovely. Thank you.
I'll find a pen here. Scratches down an address on a sheet of paper and gives it to you. But, what was the number of your hotel again?
We're not staying at the hotel.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, you said that, didn't you? Staying with family. Do you have a phone number or an address, perhaps, you can reach me?
Oh, my family do not care for technology. They are very much in the past, do not possess a phone. They're much about
not
books,
many
which,
people
I'm
do.
sure you can
I don't
appreciate.
have a phone at home either. I totally relate.
So you go.
Yes. You give me a psychology roll.
Yeah,
Valentine.
I was going to say I can never get away from this guy.
Hard success.
He is vainly trying to charm you and be nice and yes, I'm just like them, and trying to make up a little for his brusqueness earlier, but also you think he's got some other motive for trying to.
He wants my scrolls. Hey, where's Mihal during this?
Quietly standing by.
You're standing nearby. Okay, cool.
Well, my husband and I must be getting along.
Oh, very well. Bonjour, monsieur.
Bonjour.
Apologies. He turns off and turns around and bustles away.
That must be a
Did you
record
give me all
of
my
how
cards
quickly
back?
I've managed to annoy you.
You have all the slips of paper, yeah.
Oh, thank God.
The minute his friend Roger moved away, he moved his hand off the other slips.
Is Roger still
You get
there?
the feeling he was just. Do you want to actually have a poke around and see if you can find Roger?
I might just
I want to find the other guy.
Okay, you've got a couple of hours. Give me a stealth check. Not to hide and sneak, but to be subtle and not be immediately noticed by Terence as you
Oh, you're on it today.
poke around. Okay, yeah, you find exactly. You probably see Terence head off down the stacks or something, and pick that moment to head over to where Roger is, and we'll come back to you in a minute. Mick, you've been standing by, acting the uninterested spouse, and just standing watching Loveday, and now she seems to be pursuing this further. Are you guys stick around, or do you want to head off and suss out watching it?
No, she seems happy enough to that's enough for me now.
Okay.
My head is pounding.
So then, do you head off and start maybe suss out some areas to have a little? Where can we stand when the meeting is happening in the Egyptian Museum?
Trying to find a good vantage spot, and also just keep an eye out for any shady shaders that might be knocking around.
Give me a spot hidden, please.
Where are we here? Spot hidden. Failure.
Okay. Are you happy with that?
No, I'm not, but there's nothing I can do about it currently.
Okay. So you suss out, you look around. It seems you find somewhere that you and Loveday could stand and kind of make like you're reading through a long list of Egyptian pharaohs or something like that, and you could stand there and act like you're super into it while not being absolutely obviously loitering, looking at the rest of the Egyptian exhibit. So yeah, you find somewhere you could probably be somewhat unobtrusive. Meantime, we know Loveday is probably already hanging around the Egyptian exhibit, tapping her foot, waiting for Zahra to turn up. Ruby, are you going to be with Loveday when the meeting happens, or are you planning to be just nearby? Or
I'm going to be nearby. I think it's going to be less...
less, here's my friend, and more,
yeah.
You're just another observer in the museum, but you don't have to be discreet because...
I mean, she's never seen my face, has she?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So you're kind of probably doing a quick run through Loveday of, okay, well, if you're meeting her here, I'll probably come in a little while after and then move over, and I'll be over by this exhibit. And so you're giving Loveday an idea of where you'll be. So maybe Loveday can keep Zahra from turning around and getting too good of a or noticing that you're paying a lot of attention. So you guys are rehearsing a little bit.
Yeah, I'll tell Loveday to rub her ear if she feels like I need to step in.
Okay, and Loveday, besides that, you're probably just standing and tapping your foot a bit and kind of going, when will she be here?
Yeah, I think as well, maybe trying to slightly distract myself, I would just cast my eye around and see if there are any exhibits that have anything to do with the bent pyramid, because I know that's come up a few times, and it seems like as good a time as any to have a look. Any nice little plaques on the wall or anything?
Go ahead. Give me a archaeology check. Not for being able to, decipher the provenance or any of that, but just from a point of view of being able to say, oh wait, that is a part of the bent pyramid complex or the site. It's from the same dig or anything like that. Yeah, okay.
That was a
success.
Yes,
you find a small area that seems to have been set up for an exhibit of items from that region of the kind of pyramid plateau, right? And sure enough, there's nothing specifically about the bent pyramid, but there are 2 or 3 interesting little exhibits tagged as initial findings of the Clive expedition. Okay. And it kind of raises 0. Okay, well, I wonder what the Clive expedition is. But it seems like the exhibit is it's set up in such a way that these couple of little bits and pieces they're nicely highlighted. They're nothing particularly earth-shaking or archaeologically important, but this space could very easily be expanded, moved, rearranged to allow a larger exhibit to be built up. So it's almost like they're expecting and preempting and anticipating some things coming in.
Can I just check my watch to see how much time I've got?
About half an hour.
Okay. Can I just see if there are any attendants nearby that I could beckon over to ask?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, hello. I was just wondering about this Clive expedition. Is that ongoing?
Yes, the Clive expedition is currently ongoing.
Do you know what they're looking for?
Dr. Henry Clive has been there for a few months already. They're at Memphis. Generally, I think they're just trying to they were at Giza, I think, originally, and then give me a psychology check, please.
Yes. Oh, my psychology's... Oh, I've fumbled.
He looks very shifty. Yes, they were at Giza initially, and yes, yes, and then doesn't say any more about it.
Oh, okay. Do you know what pointed them towards this area of Memphis? It's interesting they left Giza. There seems to be an awful lot to find there.
Yes, no, I don't really know much about what they're doing.
Yeah, well, fair enough. Are they affiliated with any university? Have they anything?
The Clive expedition? No, it's financed by the Penhu Foundation.
Oh.
We're lucky to get some of their because often the digs financed by Penhu Foundation, everything would go to their exhibit. But we're lucky enough. There's been an agreement that some of their findings will come here, based on the cross-department research that occurred in the run-up to this expedition.
Oh, yes, interesting. Well, I've heard wonderful things about the Penhu Foundation. It seems like they do a lot of good, fund a lot of interesting expeditions. I can't remember when the last one.
I'm just an attendant here.
Oh. Well, is there anything else from this region that's in the collection anywhere that I could go have a look at?
No, I don't believe so. We don't have much from that region. It's really only recently opened up, as far as I know.
Well, I'm just going to check my watch again. Well, thank you. I appreciate all the help and the information.
You're very welcome. He seems a little bit distracted and like he's not really invested in the conversation.
Fair enough. I'm just going to wander off and head back towards the doorway so I can see Zahra coming in.
Okay, he heads off. Ruby, can you give me your choice of spot hidden or psychology as Loveday finishes her conversation with this attendant? Seeing as you're kind of in that same space.
Why spot hidden? Failure.
Okay. Cool. So you notice Loveday asking an attendant a question, and he seems to give her the brush off and then just disappears. Okay.
Can I just cast my eye around as I'm heading back to see if I can see anybody who's not our team loitering and looking like they're looking at us or watching me?
Yeah, go for a spot hidden for me.
Yeah, failure. Never mind.
Yeah, we had the crit and success brigade, and now we got the fail brigade.
Yeah.
It's a day of two halves. You have a look around and know you're pretty confident, Loveday. There's not really anybody paying much attention, and just some normal through traffic. Valentine, you've managed to pick the appropriate moment to buttonhole Roger.
Bonjour. There was one other...
Oh, it's our French friend with the scrolls again.
Yes.
Good, yes. Have you decided to bring them in?
No, I haven't left yet. I just wanted to show you this card that your colleague forgot to show you. And I'm going to hand him the Arabic one about Naznaz.
Love to have a look. You show him the one about Naznaz, okay?
Yeah.
Give me a psychology check, please. Lovely.
Oh no, not again.
Valentine, sorry. God. Okay, I'm going to cut all these out so I don't look like a total idiot.
Success.
Hey.
Okay. You got a success. He kind of glances at it. You haven't told him anything or given him any words or said Naz or anything like that, right?
No.
He looks at it. You can see he kind of tries to decipher it. Looks pensive for a second. Yes. This is another one similar to the one about Atar-Samain's death. It's Teskel's death, I think. And straight away, Loveday, you're like, sorry, Valentine. You're like, he's covering. Straight away. He's like, he hasn't been able to decipher it. He's also suddenly having a very bad day at work. Maybe it's you. Maybe he's distracted or something. But he's just like, and he's trying to cover that he doesn't understand it. He's like, no, but possibly, but I'm not sure. And he sees the expression on your face. He's like, as we did say, Terence is somewhat better in this regard than I.
Well, he seemed unwilling to discuss this particular one.
Well, maybe he just... And he looks at you, he's assuming it is Arabic. Maybe, like myself, it's just words he's not familiar with, because definitely, I have to be blunt, it just could be two names that we've never seen written down before. I mean, usually I could just sound it out phonetically, but it seems like gibberish.
Terence said something about Naz. But,
yeah,
perhaps
there. For example, Naz is a name, but I mean, is that just two... It just seems like two syllables, one after Naz.
That's how language works, I believe.
Thank you very much, mister. I'm going to go back to my job now, if that's all right.
All right, well, thank you anyway.
You're very welcome.
Burn. Thank you anyway.
Heads off. And little bobbing of the head side to side as he walks away. You can almost see attitude in his little strut as he walks away.
This is a terrible museum.
Other than one or two good rolls, they have averaged in the 80s.
These people became academics, I would never understand.
Putting them on a spot and just shoving tiny little slips of paper in their faces.
This is what they do. They translate things.
I'm not here to defend them. Okay, so that eats up a little bit more time, and you go have a look for Mihal, and you find him. He's kind of got himself set up in an area near the Egyptian exhibit where you can get a view in, but he's got something to read and keep you, so you guys have something else to focus on other than the meeting. Loveday. You are waiting, and you are still having that little glance around to see if there's anyone spying on you or anything. And you spot Zahra Shafik walking toward you. She's very elegantly dressed, long black dress, not like a plunging neckline, but a nice V to her neckline. A little amulet hanging at her throat. Plays off the green eyes. She's looking absolutely elegant and very very modern as she drifts over towards you. Ah, Miss Llewellyn, so lovely to see you today.
You too, Miss Shafik. I'm glad we could meet.
Oh yes, it's a lovely coincidence. Do you want to go? This exhibit over here is quite fascinating, I think. And she leads you over to a large kind of exhibit with a bunch of Egyptian sarcophagi and statuary and things like that. Basically, just it's over by the wall, away from the main thoroughfare. Good. I am really happy you could come. Thank you for taking the time. I have got the impression that, well, a little from what your father has told me about your friends, and a little from the questions your friends were asking in my shop and in the club, I have got the impression that you are perhaps digging into the Egyptian murders.
Is that right?
Can we be frank with each other, Miss Llewellyn?
Please.
I have been very fortunate to meet your father, and I think now even more fortunate through him, partly, to meet you. I am in a difficult situation, and don't worry. I mean, there is no danger of your father becoming, well, unless, as I said last night, if things become more complicated, I am worried it might put him at risk. But I am willing to end things before that happens, so to keep him from risk. To start at the beginning, and she paused and looks at you. First, Miss Llewellyn, you would tell me if I am barking on the wrong tree?
I can promise to do that.
She kind of raises one eyebrow quizzically as if, well, now would be the moment if I'm barking up the wrong tree. You could tell me? That kind of look.
I have no idea what she's talking about yet, so I'm just going to raise my eyebrows expectantly back at her.
You have some knowledge, I think, perhaps, of what the root of the murders of the Egyptian murders is.
Well, I suppose I promised to be frank, so yes, we have an inkling, but I can't say we have more than that.
Okay, well, I also have an inkling, you could say, but also a dreadful suspicion. I think I am in trouble. When I came over with Edjo and some other Egyptians years ago, we were part of we could call it a cultural movement in Egypt, a group, a brotherhood, like-minded individuals seeking to revive some of the old ways, celebrate Egyptian culture, etc. Here in London, we continued that association, but we found other like-minded people among our community, also as the wave of Orientalism and spiritualism swept across England, people not of our culture became interested and excited by this as well. One of those, she lips tighten, she kind of looks around nervously. One of those is Edward Gavigan. I know you know Edward Gavigan, yes.
Yes, we've crossed paths.
Now, again, I will not say his name again in here, as he is very well known in this museum. He was helpful, friendly, financed many things, even helped put some money toward my business. A passionate Egyptologist with his friend Aubrey Penhew, the Penhew Foundation, Mr. Penhew, as what I would have called him. But it seems those favors did not come without strings. There are many things I have to help him with. Research on the old ways, research on old rites, some of which are quite dark in their theme and nature. I fear that he is perhaps trying to revive or carry out some of those old rituals, and that is the root of these killings.
Can you tell me any more about these rituals?
Forms of blood sacrifice, ritual beating, killing with a sharp spike, to make offering to ancient deities and religious icons of the oldest times of Egyptian. And she pauses. She looks at you. Have you heard the name, the words, the Dark Pharaoh?
We've come across it, yes.
Would you like to give me any kind of a check, Loveday, to not show your reaction? Because you know that's not exactly the phrase, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to give me a check to not give a reaction, please?
Yes, I think so. Have I got anything that's actually worth trying?
Acting?
I don't have acting. My only art craft is piano, which I feel like is not going to come in particularly handy here.
You could take whatever your best social skill is and roll it, but we'll probably give you a penalty dice.
Okay. Well, my best social skill is intimidate, and I am trying to be at least vaguely intimidating, so I'm not sure I believe
maybe your
her yet.
second best social skill.
Oh, Christ. God, that's charm at 15, so let's give it a whirl. Failure, yeah. Cool.
Okay.
So, yeah, I guess I'll just have to show that I recognise the name, but she's not said it quite right. Could I also do a psychology check at this point to see if I can get any sense whether she's lying to me or not?
Yeah.
Oh, fumble.
Oh,
wonderful.
yikes.
Just what I needed.
Uh-oh.
She's definitely not lying to you. Sorry.
Cool.
You fumbled.
Fumbled, yeah.
Did the keeper just fumble?
She might be lying to you. She's just some of the things, some of the ways she's phrasing some of this seems a bit sus. You're not sure. There might be some tells in the way she's putting it, but you're not sure. It's not like you fumble so you think she's lying, or you fumble so you know she's telling the truth. You fumble so you're seeing hints
No
there
idea.
might be something wrong, but you're not sure.
Okay.
Ruby, you could roll a psychology check. You are close by, keeping an ear out.
Come on, Ruby.
Hard success.
Hard success. Thank God for you.
Okay, give me 1 second. So far, Ruby, you've seen no sign of any lie or any kind of suspicious body language or anything like that in what she's saying. So, no, sorry, the word's not quite right. Black Pharaoh, yes?
Mm.
Okay. Well, if you know this, then you probably have your guesses anyway. That Gavigan is trying to revive the cult, the Brotherhood of the Black Pharaoh, and has drawn in many of my associates and the members of my Brotherhood, and myself to some extent. He considers me to be one of the key members of this Brotherhood of the Black Pharaoh. He calls me his Egyptian left hand, his co-captain, lots of words like this. It is troubling. It is quite frightening for me, because if my suspicions are correct, this means that the organization, the Brotherhood that I am a member of, is committing these murders.
Yes, I can understand why that would be so alarming to you.
But
Do you
I
know...
am trapped. You must realize. This is why I said, if as I said last night, once you may be able to help me assure that I am and your father is safe. If you can't, I think I may have to, as I am becoming very fond of your father, I may have to, in things, disentangle myself from him to. You see, she's on the verge of tears. To not risk him. If I try to break from Gavigan, I fear for myself and Ejo and anyone else I care for.
These blood rituals, these sacrifices, this cult, what are they trying to do? You say a return to the old ways. What does that mean? Are they trying to summon something, build something, cast some kind of awful spell? What do you know?
So. And she looks at you very curiously now. Give me a psychology check, Valentine, please. No. Give me a psychology check, Loveday, please. I actually tried. I corrected myself there and said Valentine instead, and I realised I'm not talking to Valentine. Jesus.
Oh,
Okay.
a very rare psychology success for me.
We've got
How
a
wonderful.
success.
That doesn't happen very
Success.
much.
Make sure you tick the skill.
Oh, yeah. Might be the first time I've got to tick it.
So she's quite obviously nervous, but her response was immediately like her immediate response was genuine. And she looks at you and she said, "You believe in magic and summonings?"
Well, I'd like to say no, but to be honest, I've seen some things that make it difficult to disbelieve.
Oh, this is easier. She looks around. It is difficult to talk to those who don't know. I have practiced and cast some magics in Egypt and even here in London with my group. I was able to do some of the simple things like mainly I would say preserving my youth a little. I can sometimes get myself a view of what will happen or how a conversation might go. Things like that, simple, small, tricks, harmless things. But this is not the things that Gavigan wants to do. You are right. What you say, the summonings. He wants to bring dark forces back into the world as they tried to do in the old days of the Black Pharaoh. My fear, if we cannot expose him and stop him, my fear is that I do not think exposing him would help. He has too many connections. He has too much power in the city. And you can see there's this look of almost like resignation. I cannot bring myself to seek his death, so I do not see any way out for me.
So I believe that she's telling the truth about this because I might pass my psychology check, right?
Yep.
So I will say to her, it is also within our interests to make sure Gavigan is stopped, and I will be honest with you, we don't have the same compunctions about killing him if we need to. But if we are to pursue this any further, you must disentangle yourself from my father. Now release my father from this, send him far away from all of this, and I will do what I can to help you.
So when you said that about no compunctions of killing him, their eyes visibly widened. You're not sure if it's fear or surprise, but definitely there was like... So two things for that. I cannot ask that he be killed. It is not in my way, my nature. This is why I am so nervous about what he might be doing, because it is so much the dark way of the old cults. It is not something that I can condone, but Valentina Mihal, do me a favor. Could you give a stealth check, please? Either one or both of you, up to you, whoever you like, whoever is guiding your subtleties. Roll stealth.
Probably. I don't know how your stealth is, Valentine. Mine's decent.
Mine's 28.
No, it'll be me then.
Okay.
Success.
Nice.
Okay.
Tweedy.
Are you happy with that?
Should he not be happy with that?
Can you never?
Just-
Can you never give us? Can you not even give us one roll without? I'm happy with the
I
success.
didn't. I stopped asking, and then I got some really dirty looks when I didn't ask and failed.
Well, hang on. What would a hard success be? How do I know what the hard success would be?
So you can turn on verbose up at the top, but hard success will be
Well,
29.
no, I can't see any reason. I mean,
Oh, it's only 3.
no. Who are we hiding from? The nice lady who's on our side? No.
Is she a nice lady?
I think she's wonderful. She's up for killing Gavigan, in sort of. I think.
Well, you don't know
She's
that
about to
yet.
give you. She's about to give
Ah, but
you
I
your
mean,
second,
we've got
her
to
second
persuade her,
point,
we-
Loveday. And then
I don't spook her.
she pauses. And she's like, "But tell me, listen, tell me. We are being watched. Over my right shoulder.
What use is success around here?
Are they with you?"
So I'm going to turn subtly to have a look, and I presume see Valentine and Mihal.
Nick and Valentine.
Yeah,
Just like,
yeah. I'm just going to just go.
No, they're being
Yes.
super subtle. There's no, they're not obvious. They're not out there. But you get, if they've been in that one place the whole time you've been talking, it might be like, so, like there's a lot. What he's reading is long, but it's like, and
Not that long.
if she's putting together two and two that she's seen these people before and they're standing there in the same place for a long time, you're like, okay, maybe she's picked up on them. But yeah, it's almost certainly them she's referring to.
Yeah, I'm just going to nod and say, yes, you don't need to worry about them. They're friends of mine.
Oh, thank goodness. If it was a second group, I would be... It is even worse. But that is the priest who came to my shop and asked Joe questions, yes? I
Yes,
did not
that's him.
recognize him at first. Okay. Second part for me. Releasing your father. I don't know if you understand how big a thing it is that you ask, both on his side and my side. I have fallen in love with him, and so if it is to save him, I am happy to break it off. But I believe he also has similar feelings for me, so I just fear to hurt him.
Well, I'm afraid that's my price. You may have to hurt him to keep him safe.
Done. I will do this thing, and you will take care of. You will help me to be out from under Gavigan's influence somehow. If you
I
can,
will. And
if you can come up with a way that does not involve killing him, if you can find a way to have him taken by the law or anything like that, I will be happy. But I just need to be safe from him.
yes, we will do what we can. So, first of all, if at the end of all this we're all still alive, I will explain to my father why I asked you to do what you did and make what amends I can there. But
No, never
secondly-
tell him, because once I hurt him like that, I will never seek to go back to him. I could not do that. So you keep your relationship with him. Don't worry about it.
very well. It would be very helpful if you could tell us all you know about Gavin's connections. We would like to see him exposed by the law if we can, rather than killing him. But if he is embedded in all layers of police,
You've been here too long. If you come to the spice shop, just either you or the priest and buy spices. Well, Joe, he has something against the priest. He does not like him. I don't know why.
The fucking
But
cabbage
if-
comes back to roost. My
If you
cabbages
come
have
to
come
the
back to
spice
roost.
and make any purchase, I will slip information in info.
very well. So thank you for taking the risk and telling us. Anything else you can tell us that might help us, please do pass the information along. We need all the help we can get.
Yes, I will. Be warned. He has many contacts in the city among underworld as well as the cults and the Egyptian community. Look out for people following you. I have. She glances. At the beginning of when I first heard about the priest, I had people follow him, but I have, since I realized we had a connection, I have called them off. They are not following you anymore.
Very well. So anyone following us is not to be trusted. That's good to know. Thank you.
They would be with Gaffigan. Or perhaps the police, if you have done anything they would suspect.
Nothing that I can think of, no.
Very good. Keep low. He has connections in Scotland Yard and high up. Even the man, I cannot remember his name, the inspector who sent your friend, your American friend, to me. That inspector, I think, also might be very close to Gavigan, but I do not know.
Barrington, would that be?
That sounds right. I consulted a little on the Egyptian murders for him, but it was many months ago, so and I only really met him one time.
Well, thank you. Is there anything else you think I need to know at this stage?
Gavigan wields powerful magics. He might send creatures after you.
Do you know how we counter these creatures? Do we need to learn some magic ourselves?
Give me some time to do some research. I may be able to find a countersign or a protective ward or some such thing that you could learn, but again, it is those kind of abjurations are very close to the dark magics that I do not like to practice. Let me do the reading, though. I will see if I can find something. I will give it to you.
And one quick question about magic. How does one do it? Is it a matter of reading spells? Is there some sort of innate ability to do it?
It is not time to explain how anyone can learn. Look, we must go. But anyone can learn. With the right tomes and scrolls, you can learn anything. Okay, I must go. She turns. It's so lovely getting to talk about Egyptology with someone so informed. But again, my regards to your father. So nice to bump into you. Good day.
You too. Good day.
Roll me an idea check, Loveday, as she walks away. Just to toy with you a little bit here.
Okay. Success.
That is incredibly slick, incredibly skilled deception. She did not. That was absolutely perfect performance. As she walked away, nobody would have thought you guys had been like conspiring. That was consummate acting.
Okay. So I'm going to try and follow her lead, just sort of drift off as though I happen to be browsing the exhibits and see if I can link up casually with Ruby along the way. That has made me briefly suspicious of her again, that she's that good of an actress.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to give Ruby a quick rundown of what's been going on as we walk around and then try and link up with the others and explain everything along the way.
Okay. So you give Ruby a very quick heads up. Ruby, you heard most of that as you kind of
Yeah, I was about to say.
drifted around the exhibit.
Perfect.
Mick and Valentine, do you do anything else or go detour or anything like that? Or do you all meet up outside or do you all meet up at the hotel? Or
Just maybe stay separate at first in case somebody's watching.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Not
think
that they don't know who we are,
Valentine
but-
and Miel can probably wander out ahead of the other two and just lurk down the street.
Okay. Give me spot hidden checks as you lurk on down the streets near the Painful Foundation.
Oh fuck! Nope.
I fumbled.
Oh no.
Wow, Valentine, big no.
100. So you come out and you're walking along together, and Valentine, you turn to say something to Michal, and you kind of, Mihal, you're kind of having a little look around. You're not being somewhat vigilant. Kind of a little bit looking to make sure you're not crossing paths with Ruby and Loveday at the wrong moment, and a little bit trying to make sure you're not being watched or followed. But Loveday is kind of trying to say something to you, and you're kind of trying to peer around her, and
You mean Valentine?
Valentine.
I'll wear a T-shirt with my name on it next time.
Yeah, we'll wear badges next time.
I think I can put nameplates on while we're on screen, but it's bizarre. Sorry. Valentine is repeatedly kind of try and say something to you. How does that interaction go with this fumble? And then I'll tell you what happens.
Valentine is in such a terrible mental state given the absolutely awful academics available at this museum. She cannot stay silent about it. She has to keep being like...
They were pretty terrible.
How did these people work at this? Is meant to be the National What Museum, and they can't even understand the basics of the languages they suppose that they... I mean, surely they all have PhDs, and they say that they cannot understand the words, and they say
So
words
Mick,
are just
as you're
syllables.
walking-
I mean, words are just syllables. What in God's name does that mean? This is terrible.
Valentine's kind of swinging around to kind of walk alongside you, looking at you, back
This
and
would be
kind of
a
half
great
walking
chance to smack
sideways.
her. This would be such a great chance to smack her. I feel like I'm owed a couple.
How does Mick react to this absolutely
Mick has a fucking
crazy kind
pounding
of... Well, we're
headache.
trying to be subtle here.
I think he's just watching it happen.
And
I
It's
don't know what to do with
associating
this.
for his body.
Well,
and
he's just
you
like,
kind
what
of, as
the
you
actual
keep
fuck-
kind of look around and you're trying to get... you see Gavigan come out of the side street. And
Wait,
you
hang on.
couldn't see him
Did
coming.
Valentine fumble her spot
Because
hidden so
Valentine-
bad that she saw Gavigan who isn't there?
No, she fumbled her spot hidden so badly that she made it so you didn't see him walking down the street toward you. Because she's kind of planted herself between you and him.
It's the best
And
hangover
he
ever.
just comes out of this side street and you see him as he sees you.
Oh, no.
And his face is just open shock for a moment. And then goes back to neutral. And he tries to kind of pass on past you.
Gavigan, how are you getting on?
Oh, the father thing, Michael, father, yes, lovely to see you again. I'm just on my way to an appointment at the museum.
I'll walk with you. Come on, Valentine. We're walking with Gavigan.
You're going the other direction.
Ah, but we don't have to catch up with you.
Oh, for what purpose?
Jesus, Gavigan, where's your manners, man?
I don't really have time right now, I'm afraid.
Well, I'll walk with
Father.
you. Come on, walk faster, will you? You're slowing us down.
I
To the museum, is that where you're going to?
Okay.
Valentine, for fuck's sake.
I would ask you to please leave me alone, or I might have to flag down a bobby.
Flag down a
I'm not
bobby.
going to be accosted on the street.
Gavin, you stopped me, my friend. You, sorry.
I was walking past you. I didn't even notice you. Heavens. Oh, you're accosted by strangers on the street. With one meeting, and you think you can... walks on
Edward.
by.
Edward, come on now.
Pauses and looks back at you. Yes? What?
You're not going to get the old Black Pharaoh summoned with that kind of an attitude. Oh, he knows. Come on. He fucking knows.
Don't know what you're talking about, old chap. That's...
No
Zahra.
way you just said that. There's actually no way.
What?
He's been following us everywhere. He knows. He's sent thieves to our hotel room. Come
You
on.
don't know that if it was them or Zara's thieves.
He's now backing away from you. You'd say nervously. Give me 1 second.
Valentine, pull out the guns. What do you think? I'm so sorry about this. I did not give even a split second's thought to this. I honest to God did not.
Maybe
No,
it's
really?
not-
We couldn't
Take
tell.
it, guns just yet. It's okay. No guns yet.
Tell you what, Guy's got some great screenshots for the next episode card, doesn't
Yeah.
he? I was like, no.
Valentine, you see genuine fear in his face as he's looking at Mick's expression. Right? 'Cause after Mick said that, like, you saw Mihal's expression has changed as if, like, I'm ready for a fight almost. And Gavigan, you can see genuine kind of, I don't understand what you're saying. You actually now beginning, police, and he's
Police
puts his
what,
hand up,
man?
and you can he's looking extremely nervous now.
Time to run, Mihal. I'm just going to grab Mihal's arm and drag him.
That's not going to work. How big are you?
Oh, for the love of God.
Gavigan, Edward, we have spoken with the man in question. Would you like to know
He
what he said
turns
to
and
us?
starts running.
Oh, you bollocks! What is useless? What kind of a fucking cult
Somebody
leader is
help
he?
me! I'm being attacked by an Irishman!
What is
Oh,
happening?
we better go.
Oh, now you want to go.
Now he runs.
No, he pulled the card. We gotta go. Yeah, the police are not going to. They don't mind cult leaders, but they're not going to go out with the drunken Irishman or a hungover Irishman. We have to leave. And you're French.
Oh, yes, I'm the problem in this whole scenario.
Oh god, you're killing me. Okay, so you turn and Scarper and Gavigan flees in the direction of the British Museum, shouting for the police.
Could Ruby do a
Valentine.
listen check?
Valentine, seriously, that is really weird.
Yeah.
He genuinely seemed freaked out and uncomprehending and panicked and ran away in fear.
That's so strange.
That was very odd. He seemed scared.
Roll psychology for me if you want.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
Both of us are just Valentine.
yeah, both of you. Ruby
Delayed
and
reaction
Loveday.
psychology.
Yeah, Ruby
High
and
success.
Failure.
Loveday.
Could Ruby do a listen check to see if she hears Gavigan screaming for the police?
Yes, I was going to say, give me listen checks, because you have come out of the museum and you are moving off, not in the same direction as them, maybe off up a different street, with the idea of rendezvousing later. So yeah, both.
Or extreme success? I can hear that voice from miles away.
You feel free to roll as well if you want, Loveday. Ruby, you hear the quite high-pitched tones of a man shrieking, "Please help me, I'm being attacked by an Irishman."
I rolled a critical success. Sorry, I wasn't expecting
Let's
that.
go.
Awesome. Well listened.
So have I also heard Mick talking about the Black Pharaoh?
No, you get that
He was
same,
like a bat.
but you can tell where Gavigan is. Like, oh, he's literally just round that corner.
Oh, you know exactly where. So you'd lead me then.
So you could
Yeah.
say to Ruby, you both look at each other like you heard. You could either go Ruby this way, or you know which way is what's her name's house as well, Elsie's house. You could try and vamoose to get to Elsie's house and see if you could take shelter there again, or if you want to go confront Gavigan. But yeah, it sounds like he's running this direction toward you.
Oh, towards us.
Oh, God.
Like, I'm
Do we-
feared for my life of Gavigan, so...
Yes, so my instinct is, do we try and also confront him? But no, with Ruby in his crosshairs, we're going to turn around and run in the other direction. Head to Elsie's house, I feel like we trust her.
Okay, so you start legging it for Elsie's house. We'll say we don't have to play through, but you spend 10 minutes or so moving around. You get to Elsie's house, you give a knock. There's no answer. There's no one there. She's obviously at work. You continue on. You maneuver your way around through the streets to stay out of Gavigan's way, and eventually, maybe an hour or so later, you make it back to the hotel.
Okay.
Where Loveday and Valentine and Mick, could you give me a group luck check, please? Whoever has the lowest luck, please roll. I'm just going to keep pairing you up, Valentine, with whoever has the lowest luck all the time. Okay? I think, Mick, that'll be you rolling a luck check, right?
Oh, sorry. I thought I was
Almost
not.
certainly have lower luck than Valentine.
I was
I
60.
did get a couple of points back. I got 55. Will I roll?
Yeah, you roll.
Yes, you please.
Success, baby.
You do not trip over any random Bobby responding to the cries of the man being accosted by an Irishman.
Excellent.
Love
So
that for
you
us.
make it back. You make it back to your hotel. Probably a little while before Ruby and Loveday. You head up to the room where Florence is still fast asleep, guarding the loot very very effectively. But you are both back. You all eventually regroup in the hotel room. Does Valentine have any choice words for Mick on the way back or in the hotel? Or does she wait till you're in the hotel room with the door closed?
I think Valentine is just fuming and doesn't want to draw closer attention while they're still on the street. So is going to wait until they get in. And then has no issue with shouting at him knowing that he has a pounding hangover.
Okay, shout away.
Just
I'm
make
here.
him feel worse.
So
I wanna
a little
hear what
about
she
10
says.
minutes after Mick and Valentine get back, Loveday and Ruby, you approach the door of the hotel room, and Valentine, what do they hear of the tail end of your 10-minute tirade?
It's all in French.
To be fair, she's probably just shouting in French. She's not not even bothered to translate. She's just
So you hear
going on
a
in
bunch
French.
of shouting in French as you approach the door.
Yeah, you just hear the words
You
like
enter.
imbecile being thrown around.
You see Mick probably head in hands and going, "Why won't you leave me alone?" Okay.
Are you coming in?
Is everything all right? Do you know we nearly ran into Gavigan? Can you believe it? He was shouting and hollering. It was the most frightful racket.
Oh no, we can believe that, can't we, Mihal?
I believe it.
Do you want?
Oh,
I don't know why
Mihal,
he
what
was
did you
shouting.
do?
Well, we bumped into Gavigan and he had a head on him like a big bollocks and he was pretending that everything was fine. He's like, oh, how funny bumping into you. Off I go. So I said, fuck you. And I, tried to confront him to see what would happen.
Try to confront
Because
him.
I
And what
figured,
happened?
although I get the impression that nobody agrees with me, I got the impression that he knew who we were and that we were after him. So I just basically said, I know who you are and I'm after you, basically. And he
No, you
flipped
didn't.
out.
You said,
Well,
you said,
essentially,
and
that
I
was the
quote,
message.
He won't summon the Black Pharaoh with that attitude. Is what
No, you didn't.
Right, now someone's going to have to explain to me what I did wrong here because I'm a bit slow today.
And then Gavigan looked really scared, which I
He did,
understand
that was
because
interesting.
Miho looked really weird and
That is
confused
interesting.
and threatening. And that's when
I
he
don't know.
started to run away and shout for the police. Because Miho
Yeah, he did look
thought,
very,
That
very
is-
frightened, which I thought was interesting because someone just said to you, say the words the Black Pharaoh, and suddenly he looks like the monsters are going to get him because I thought he was supposed to be the fellow who had the monsters. It seems like
This
he
is
might
very
be
interesting
such
based on what we've just learned. Zahra Shafik is a very fine actress, so could have been lying just lying fit to burst. But she says that Gavigan's the one driving all of this and that she has been all swept up in it and doesn't want anything to do with it, but she's trapped. And they are doing all sorts of rituals trying to summon the Black Pharaoh. And she thinks he's behind all the Egyptian murders.
Well, given how he just responded to Miho, he doesn't seem that in control or scary. He just seemed very scared.
Yeah, it was not an encounter with an
mentioned.
arch villain.
No.
Also, maybe he was like, I see the reason he annoyed me because he was like, get out of my way, blah, 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 blah. But maybe that was genuinely, like, he's actually just a bit of a bollocks.
Yes, that could be the case.
As opposed to
I
an
mean, he
arch
is a
villain
bad
pretending
guy.
to be a bollocks.
Yeah,
How do
we
you
can
know?
believe that, can't we, Ruby?
This is
Do
try-
we
he's-
know that, though?
We know that because he's what he's trying to do to me.
Yes, we always
And
knew that.
He's
I'm
been
just trying to
after me
think about what's our-
for years.
Okay, fair enough. So
But,
are they throwing him to us to sort of throw us off the trail? Did she give us anything else that
Or-
would imply that she has to be on our side? Did she say anything else useful?
That she loves
than-
Loveday's father.
She seems to
No,
think he's
that's
going to be
not
terribly cut
realistic.
up when she breaks up with him, and I just didn't feel like breaking
would
it
you
to
go
her that he's
way out of
probably
that?
not going to care.
Um,
But I think she does really care about her brother, I tell you what, she did say she would slip us information and she would potentially teach us how to do some spells. So if she delivers on that, then we have more reason to trust her. And I have to say, I'm wondering if now maybe she's having her strings pulled by Gavigan and he's having his pulled by somebody else. And there's somebody sat above all of this who is many steps ahead of us.
But Valentine, didn't you say that the waitress said that it was her that was in charge?
That's right. She said that Abdul, who runs the Blue Pyramid, was scared of Zahra and that she had a controlling interest. And also, remember that time that she...
In the Blue Pyramid Club.
Sorry, in the Blue Pyramid Club. But that time that we went to the spice shop and she said, oh, I never go to the Blue Pyramid, and then we ran into her there. I don't know, I feel like she lies.
A lying liar that
very good
lies.
liar.
She seemed so genuine, though. That's what's...
She could just be a good actor.
She could be, you're right there.
Gavigan seemed fairly genuinely scared at the words of the Black Pharaoh.
Maybe that's because you called him out, though.
Because I asked him, when we met, I asked him about the Brotherhood of the Black Pharaoh, and he said it was nonsense. He told Barrington it was nonsense. So he does know that it's not nonsense, one way or the other.
Oh,
Loveday,
well, that's the other thing. Zahra did say that Barrington is in cahoots with Gavigan. So we ought to be careful what we speak to the inspector about, yeah.
Well, lets me get away with shooting somebody.
Hold on. So she has told us about Gavigan and Barrington are against us.
Yes.
That might be a big fat lie.
Yes.
She's
And it might be her that's... Yeah.
Why didn't you shoot her?
I mean, they were in broad
Well,
daylight
because
in
we're
the
not
museum.
all you, Mick.
Valentine.
Actually, I wanted to enter into
Would
the
you like
records
to
now
roll
that
me
I
an
did the
idea
right
check?
thing today
Okay.
by having a go at Gavigan. That despite everybody's reactions, it turns out to have been a moment of genius.
Well, why didn't you just shoot him?
Success.
I was going to.
I feel like you were.
After Mick said, you won't summon the Dark Pharaoh with that attitude, the Black Pharaoh with that attitude. He also said something else. Right before Gavigan freaked out and started running away. With an extreme success, you remember what it is he said.
I do remember.
He said, we've spoken to the man himself.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Where about that bit?
That's when he ran out. Because I thought that was going to get him to come back.
But he was already freaked out when you said...
He was
Oh,
already
that freaked
backing
him
away
the
in
fuck.
fear.
He was
and,
already...
like,
But he wasn't
Irish
in running
guys
away.
don't
He was
have
in
to be, and-
leave me alone or I'll call the police territory. He wasn't in Jesus
Yeah.
Christ, I got to get out of here territory.
No, but he still looked kind of a bit spooked, didn't he, when he said that?
Yeah.
Hey, Mio,
So why
what
did that
you
freak him
mean-
out?
What did you mean when you said to Gavigan, we've spoken to the man himself?
I was talking about them fucking dreams.
So does Gavigan think that you have spoken to the Black Pharaoh?
He does now. I'm not sure that I have, but he does now.
You were more unhinged than usual, Michal, I have to say.
Pints.
It's the hangover, yeah. We've all been there.
I actually, because I've stayed really, really quiet for the last hour and a half, and I think it just built up.
You're just looking for an opportunity.
My cousin says about her daughter when she's been holding her bad inside so hard for so long, it just comes out stronger than ever.
Fair, yeah.
Mick has been walking around nursing this hangover all day, and he's just starting to feel better, and he bumps into Gavin, and he's like, right, you're having it.
Perfect timing. I wanted to just jump on him, like bundle him into a car or something.
Okay, so as you all sit there and dissect this series of encounters, you say you hear the door open to from Florence's room. She steps out. Can I ask what all the shouting has been about? I have been trying to sleep. You turn and look. And Florence looks a lot better than she did this morning. But she also looks somewhat vexed at being woken up. We'll see what Florence has to say about that next week. Every week can't be a big cliffhanger.
You're going to be like, Florence isn't Florence.
I thought she was going to take a mask
She's turning
off.
green.
Yeah.
The bite has transferred to her. No. Okay. Super duper. Lovely job. Thank you very much, everyone. That's an excellent session. Really nice and tight and well time boxed, and we can work on all of that. It was great fun. That's the main thing. And I think you covered some very interesting ground today, and I'm very curious to see what comes of it next session. Which direction you're going to go. Do we trust cultist A? Do we trust cultist B? Or do we trust nobody and just kill them all? I don't know.
That one.
Depends if we're Mick or anybody else.
Option 3.
Well, I loved how she described herself as members of a cultural organisation. A cultural organisation.
Hiding in plain sight.
Okay, great stuff. Thank you very much, and thank you very much to all our viewers. Hope you're enjoying this as much as I am, because I seriously am getting more and more laughs every week. Thank you very much to all our players for just continually keeping me entertained. And we'll see you all next week.